Okay, where do I even begin? The Artian reward system is a terrible executed plan they have for this game. Who even thought this was a good idea? Did the devs even play their own game? I mean, just spending 30 minutes thinking to myself, I found a better solution to this horrendous system. To better understand what I'm trying to convey, let me start talking about the GOG weapons. Your Artian weapons need to be a Rarity 8 level in order to upgrade to a GOG weapon. Which means the Rarity 6 and 7 Artian weapons and materials are completely useless. So the question is, why do we even have the Rarity 6 and 7s? And that's because the game put a stupid hunter ride cap on you for tempered hunts. When you finish the story and complete the introduction to tempered monsters, you're at hunter rank 21. This lets you hunt tier 1 tempered monsters, which gives you Rarity 6 Artian materials. Once you reach 31, tier 2 is unlocked for Rarity 7, and tier 3 at hunter rank 41 for your Rarity 8 materials. New players won't understand this as they're being baited into this scam system, which I don't blame them, but the Artian reinforcement system is complete BS. If you haven't seen my RNG bullshittery video, I vented out my thoughts on the terrible RNG BS this game has, and I think I'll just link it right here. There's no reason to repeat what I said in that video, so continuing from that, new players investing so much time and effort into their Rarity 6 and 7 Artian weapons is such a joke. Rarity 8s always have much higher damage and better deco slots, and you can upgrade them later into GOG weapons. Since this is completely RNG, why work on a shittier version of your weapon? It makes no sense. But the catch is, you have to be hunter rank 41 to even get the Rarity 8 materials. Hell, even the monster weapons are better because of this RNG BS. Only if you have the GOG reinforcements for Artian weapons, not GOG, it'll outperform the monster weapons. Honestly, if you're a new player watching this right now, just stick to monster weapons and focus on getting your armor instead till you reach hunter rank 41. Again, there's no point in investing time on Rarity 6 and 7 Artian weapons. Reaching hunter rank 41 while making progress to your gear is more productive than reaching the same level and have nothing in return. If I was at Capcom working on this, what would I have done differently? First, the stupid hunter rank cap is gone, there's no need for it. There's so much time wasted during hunter rank 21 to 41. Why put so much time and effort into something and have no purpose for it after reaching 41? Like, what the fuck? On the other hand, you can still use your armor for anything, depending on your build, so it'll never be a waste. But we still need a hunter rank cap of 100 for those 9 and 10 star hunts. I don't think we want level 30 retards running around SOS ruining those hunts for everybody. So if all monsters have Rarity 8 rewards, how do we balance the reward system? Players are just going to exploit the tier 1 monsters, no? For this, the tier 1s should have 3 slots in rewards, tier 2s with 4s, and 5 for tier 3, with double quantities at most. So tier 1s can have 3 to 6 rewards, 2s having 4 to 8, and 3s having 5 to 10. This way, all hunts will be fair and available for all players of different skill. New players can work on tier 1s and work their way up to tier 3s as they get better at the game, and nothing goes to waste. Since they're all Rarity 8 materials, everything can be used. And to give some variety or a reason to hunt certain monsters, increase the chances of getting a certain element or status material of the monster with the same attack, at like 25% increase or something. Like if you're farming for fire materials, the chicken, Rathalos, and Udra will have higher chances of fire, Urabami, Blangonga, and Jin for ice, and Lalabarina and Kongolala for para, and so on. While monsters without any elements or statuses like Characabra or Gore will distribute any and all materials evenly, like say 10% of any kind. With this, you'll have more monster variety to hunt instead of hunting the same apex monsters over and over and over again and the game going stale quickly. With the current system we have, once you reach hunter rank 41, there's no point in hunting tier 1s and 2s, which is basically 60% of the monsters just forgone, erased out of our existence. I mean, it's such a waste with all the effort the devs put into making all these different monsters for us to hunt, no? This was really bad back on release. Only the Apexes gave out Rarity 8 Artian materials, which were Ray, Duna, Udra, Jin, Gore, and Ark. Zoshia wasn't there in the beginning and was later added in April 2 months later for the title update 1 with Mizutune. So we only had 6 monsters, but 5 of them only appeared under certain conditions. So guess who was the only one available to farm? Yup, Arkveld. Arkveld was the only monster everyone was easily able to get investigations for. We basically hunted that fucker down to an extinction, and that broke Nata's soul. That's why that little dipshit sits at the tent all day now depressed. We hunted Arkveld for 2 months, with sprinkles here and there of the other apexes when they appear. Then we pushed our genocidal urges onto Mizutune and Zoshia in title of Day 1. That's how bad Day 1 Artian farm was. We had one monster basically. So I would like to believe my system's a hell of a lot better than what we have right now. No hunter rank camp for Artian materials, all temper monsters having Rarity 8 materials, with more rewards for higher tier monsters, and increased element and status materials for monsters with the same attacks. This would have been so good on Day 1 release, honestly. The Rarity 6 and 7 Artian materials had no purpose in this game at all. Like, why are we scooping water with a cup when there's a bucket available if we just wait? It just doesn't make any sense. With that said, hopefully Capcom will not repeat this method again for the expansion and think of a proper farming system for the endgame weapons. Hell, they can steal this idea from me, I really don't fucking care. So what are your guys' thoughts on this, or ideas for a better Artian reward system? Let me know in the comments.
Ahau!